Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Shah. The honors of the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who do rule and teach well. Today I'll be talking about a comment, so didn't catch this yesterday. Yesterday I made a little bit of a mistake, again, so Slovakia, to the brothers. But I accidentally fell asleep again. I was like, I'm gonna make a video real quick, and then as soon as I was sit down on my bed, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go look it up, and then before I knew it, I fell asleep, and then again, the morning comes, and it's like, oh shit, I didn't even pray. And I was like, oh shit, I'm really fucking up, but stuff happens. Make sure to pray for forgiveness and everything, and I gotta make it up. So I noticed this while I was on the bus on the way home, and I was already on the bus, so I was like, okay, let me just respond to this guy, because I can, right? So this is Martin Kent 333, right? Let's see what you got, Martin Kent. What do you have on your page? Oh boy. Oh, this guy thinks he's one of us. Oh my gosh. Life of Brian. Oh my gosh. Oh, and he believes in that false image. Oh my gosh. Oh, of course. So you can tell this guy's obviously a Christian. Maybe I'll talk about him. Maybe I'll watch his page later and make more videos about him. He'll give me free content. So he says the ancient Hebrews stole Satan from the Greek myth of Hades in 950 BCE. No Christian or non-Christian archaeologist is able to find the slice evidence for Exodus and Moses, so he doesn't believe that happened. Yeah, Jesus fulfilled the laws of Moses. I don't understand this point, so I'm just going to leave that alone. The 2000th Easter will be celebrated in Jerusalem in 2023. Perhaps you might humble yourself and read that fine print on your spiritual plane ticket before that happy day. I don't know what's the significance of 2000. Number two, 2023. I guess that makes sense. 33 in 2000. I guess that makes sense. But I think we're even in a different time. Like, they say that we're in 2024, but like the time is like messed up. I know a brother made a video about it. Zelda Ayathon. So I go back into them, and I'm like, I'm just gonna approach the first part because the rest was like incoherent. So I said LOL, right? Laugh out loud. Hebrew was the first language on earth. Go read Genesis 11, right? And we'll just go into it. Might as well. All right. So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse verse 1, right? And the whole earth was of one language and one speech, right? Now, what language could they have possibly spoken? Well, it has to be Hebrew, right? Shem, Noah, Ham, Shem, Japheth, these are all Hebrew words, right? Which, you say in Pella Hebrew would be like, so Noach, Shem, I think it's Ham, I think it's Yapaf. I think it's Yapaf, but we can go look at it in a second. These were born after the flood, right? And yeah, unto Shem, also the father of the children of Eber, right? Eber is where you get the word Hebrew from, or Ibar in the Paleo, Ibar, and say Bar Yaf you know. The brother Japheth the elder, unto him were children born, right? And then it goes down, and it goes to that chosen seed line, right? Right? Children of Ram, right? Oh yeah, so it goes to children of Shem, right? And then it skips down to Arphaxad. And for Arphaxad, we got Salah, and you get Ebar, we get Ebar. And unto Ebar were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days with the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. So, if I'm correct, I'll just really break it down. And it was really an Eber's day, because it, intersects and whatever. That it was an Eber in Peleg's day, when the earth was basically languages were switched, right? But the fact that you have Eber, right, and this is where you get Hebrews from, Hebrew, has to put two and two together. It's pretty obvious that Hebrew was the first language. Also, with Enoch, so that in his days began men to call on the name of the Lord, right? So, what language did they call on the name? Did they call on the Lord with? Right? They spoke in Hebrew, right? They had to speak Hebrew. What language could Adam and Eve possibly be speaking besides Hebrew? It had to be Hebrew. And it came to pass the journey from the east. They found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there in southern Babylon. I said one to one, they go to, let us make brick and bring them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone and slime, they for mortar. And he said, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach into heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered, brought upon the face of the earth. And the Lord came to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. Just double check. Better to be sure. Yahweh, okay. And the Lord said, the people is one, they have all one language, and this begin to do, and nothing we restrain from them, what they have imagined to do. Let us go down, and they can find the language that they may not understand one another, right? And the Lord did this to his angels. So let's gather them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord there did confound the language of the earth, did thence the Lord scattered them upon all the face of the earth. Right? So we stole nothing from no one, right? Satan, Hebrew was a shaitan. It doesn't make sense for us to steal it when, our language predates them, predates that. And Satan goes back to at the beginning, Yahushua came first, and out of him came all these angels, all the rest of the spirits, angels and demons, and things like that. So it doesn't make any sense for us to steal Satan. You can't. No one stole anything. He was already here, right? Now, he talked about 950 BCE, which I think is the same as BC. We can double check. Hold on. So, this is just an example of human time tracking. It means exactly the same thing as AD, Anno Domini, and BC before Christ. Simply put, BCE means before Common Era. It's a secular version of BC before Christ. BC came first. BC and BCE cover the same period of time. Okay, so in the time of 950 BC is roughly the time of King Rehoboam, and stuff like that, like the time of the kings, Lincoln is split and whatever, in that kind of whole time period. So clearly, right, Satan stood against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. Right, this is Numbers 21 and 2, right? David said to Joab, to the rules of the people, go number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, bring the number of them to me, that I may know it. Um, yeah, and the Most High was displeased with it because he didn't want us to number them. You know, he told us not to do that. Let's have faith. It's not necessary for us to number. If I'm correct, he was going to battle. If I'm correct, but don't call me on that. He's gonna go do something, but Job 1:6. That was the day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord. Satan came also among them. Thus said to Satan, whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord, it said, from going in, and going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Right? So, sons of God here is talking about, yeah, it's talking about like angels and things like that. I believe I remember watching Elder talk about that. It's not talking about the sons of God, like people. I believe Job wasn't around in that time, if I'm correct. I haven't read the book of Job yet, but I'm like kind of familiar with certain pieces of it. But that's a bucket list thing for sure. Like I gotta read that book. Gotta read the whole book. But you know, this is obviously has to be before, you know, Solomon and the kings and things like that. Well, it can't be around the sons of God. I believe even like Edomites are mentioned here, but they said like he had friends that were Edomites or something, but that doesn't mean that Job was an Edomite. You know, and these guys could have been like Israelite foreigners or something, but Job is mentioned among other Israelites in like another chapter, another book in the scriptures, so he's an Israelite. You know, he's of the same seed line. Well, since seeing as I consider my servant Job, there's none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and eschews evil. So my point. So it is impossible for anyone to so-called steal Satan, right? And what do the Greeks even have for Satan? Do the Greeks even have a Satan? You know, I mean, I guess he said Hades. No, it has nothing to do with that. You know, if anything, the Greeks got their gods and mythology from us. You know about Jake being all throughout Greece, started all that nonsense. You know, all that stuff they got from us. You know, and you know, all that stuff. I already broke down about languages. Greek comes from Hebrew anyway, you know, to be honest. So, if anything, they got their stuff from us. So, how can we get anything from them when we predate them? Doesn't make sense. So, nerd. Proverbs 19:29, judgment prepared for scorners and stripes for the back of fools. Right, so that's what you have coming to you, Martin Kent. Judgment, right? Because, you know, I don't know. You seem to be an Edomite, but I can't really tell 100%. But judgment is coming to you, man. You know, and you're a scorner. That's all you're doing is scorning. You left that little, you know, like I don't even sweat that shit. Like I got thick skin. Like I don't, you know, I don't give a fuck, man. At the end of the day, like I'm gonna keep pushing positivity, keep pushing this truth, right? And you know, keep doing what I have to do. Tell you wicked people that judgment is coming to you, and telling my people, you know, that hey man, get right, or you're gonna, you know, get messed up. It's not that. This is the book of Second Peter 2:9, the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation, to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Alright, so that's you being reserved for Martin Kent. Alright, what type of name is Martin Kent? Right, at least choose a name at the Hebrew. Like, at least, even if it was like on a fake Hebrew, right? But you claim to really be about the scriptures, like, and then you make all these videos. It's like, you don't even camp. Like, you don't even have the right to be on my page. You don't camp. You don't go outside. You stay in the house and you make videos about random Christian shit, right? And like, why do you even still believe in that false image? I mean, then Putin come out here and release all these images and whatever. Like, you guys are constantly behind. Like, you guys constantly drop the ball, like, every fucking time, man. You Christians always drop the ball. Like y'all steady taking L's, bro. Like, you guys need to quit. Martin Kent, this is an honest request. Please, please, please stop making videos. No more videos for you. Please, bro. Please. You're wrong. You're wrong, right? And that's just the fact of the matter, you know? Nothing much more to say about it. I mean, you believe in this science stuff. I mean, you should already know a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You believe in science and stuff like that, and trying to say that Moses doesn't exist, and trying to say at the same time he does exist, and it's like, I don't even know. Do you even know what you're talking about? Like, I don't even get it, you know. But I'm gonna be nice. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be nice because, you know, I'm not here to, you know, hand out the rebuke. I'm not here to insult you or demean you or whatever. I'm not even that kind of person either way. I don't really do that to people. But, you know, you kind of brought on yourself with that little remark. But I'm gonna be the better person. So that's it. Little one, your brother's edified, right? Don't let these guys come up on your comment boards with their bullshit, you know, and, you know, don't stoop down to their level or whatever. You know, just rebuke them, tell them that they're wrong. You know, I give them a little snark back because, like, I can't stand that shit. I have to deal with people like that all day at work, and then you come home, and then I gotta see this stuff on my comment board, and I'm like, oh boy, you know. It's like, gee, no wonder YouTube fucking blocked your shit. I had to click newest to find it, you know. But, Lord, yeah, fine. And that's it. Shalom.